Alright, welcome back to another video. It's April 22 today. So, it's my first official day of, I'll call it, summer break. I wrapped up college on Friday. Went through the weekend. Yeah, so, if you've been watching for a while, you might have recalled this headgate here is broken. When I fixed it out, it was really cold out. So I just kind of got the MIG welder out and did a hack job. It lasted until last week, so it lasted about a month or so. Maybe a little more. And then, yeah, I think a month, 2 months maybe. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this section of headlocks off. Going to bring them down to the dry shed. I'm going to weld this up a whole lot better. So that's what we're going to do today. You can see some of the bolts, or one of the bolts is missing off the bottom. Should try and find a replacement for that, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to take this section headgate off and bring it to the dry shed. Alright, we're over here at the dry shed. I got them brought over. The welder's just around the corner there. We had bought 2 new sawhorses. I had to go back to using the old ones because it could not carry the weight. Each of these is rated for 300 pounds. And that one kind of just twisted and fell over. And then this one as well after that one buckled. So I grabbed the old 2. They definitely aren't as strong. Or we didn't think they were as strong. But it seems like they're better. So the idea was of buying those 2 is we were going to get rid of these 2. But I guess not. Because those 2 aren't as strong. But they both have warranties. We'll warranty them. And yeah. So, you can see what we're working with here. I'm going to grind it down. And then I'm going to get some more angle iron in here to fill it in. Alright, I've been getting to cleaning things up. See, that's ground down there and there. I took the piece out. I brought it over here. Still have to work at this, getting it a little more flat. The dry shed's really messy right now. It's on the job list, but this is clean here and through here. So that should be nice. But just over through here that I gotta get done up and straightened out. Got it welded up. It's not a very pretty weld. What I did on each of them is I made the whole thing a puddle. You're not really supposed to do that. You're supposed to do each one as a pass. But there's a little bit of a gap in the between. And just kept walking back and forth, filling the puddle. So the whole thing became that nice red glowing hot. So that's this side done. You can see all the slag will come off, or all the, yeah. If I had a wire brush. So, pretty, no, strong, yes. Same deal here. I'm gonna get it flipped over, gonna try and flip it over. Then I'm gonna weld up the other side as opposed to trying to weld upside down, because that never really ends well. So, yeah. There you go, there's the next side done. I did the same thing. I laid 3 beads down and then I walked back and forth over it and just made it look like that. There's more weld on these than there is on any of the other ones that the headgates came with. I got the fan running because it's galvanized, so it blows all the fumes away, or that was the logic. So I'll let it cool down, and then I'm going to put the headgate back together. Alright, it's all welded up, trying to get it set back in here. It's just me out here, so it's taking a little bit. Pasture's pretty muddy still. Got a lot of rain the past week, but made it through. So yeah, I just gotta pull it along and reline up all the holes. Then we'll be good. Alright, you can see I got the section back in. It's looking alright. Doesn't quite follow through like the rest, but yeah. I just kind of left all that there, but it's not going anywhere. Yeah. Good. You can tell they know it's different. Look at them all. 5 of them over there licking it, so yeah. But like I said in that video before, I just kind of took the MIG welder, MIG welded it a bit, grabbed the grinder, grinded it a bit. Now I've just kind of dumped it on and filled it in really good. See, this is what the rest looks like. I filled all this up. So yeah, that's that done. All the lock and head gates work again over in the heifer barn. So now I gotta feed some baleage in here. Alright, before I feed baleage, I remembered what I have to do. Oh, the corner wheels stopping the door from opening all the way. There's that black clear chute. I want to get it off the floor this morning, or last night rather. I changed out the door, brought it down from there to here, and then that black clear chute wasn't working anymore. It never works on the last door when you don't have plastic bag on. So I took it off, I threw it in there, and it's running around the silo, just kind of sitting in there. But I want to try and take it off and slide it over top of that blowpipe so that it doesn't keep running around the bottom of the silo. But yeah, I also took out a corn silage silo and a haylage samples, not silos, out of each silo to enter into spring sow. So yeah. So I went ahead, I tried to slide the chute over top of here. I couldn't get it much further than past here. So I just went and tied it up. Kind of set it on there, but even if you push it off, it doesn't matter. So yeah. Just gonna leave it here till the silo's empty, and then I might tie it up a little better before I lift it up and fill it again. Alright, I was just looking at this wagon. Got some work to do on it. So, we have last row of baleage here in this field. We got some more rows over at home. Cut 2 bales ready to feed out over in the heifer barn. Gonna do that. Yeah. What I'd like to do this summer, and what I'm trying to convince Mom and Dad to do as well, is that if we could do a little less baleage and top a little more haylage, so feed some haylage out of the silos over to the heifer barn along with the grain mix and some corn silage maybe. Supposed to make so many bales of baleage. It's getting expensive to make one of these bales. Forget what it costs per bale to bale, but then there's wrapping costs, and that's right around 10 bucks a bale now. So I also am not a huge fan of getting bales. Our bale wagon's small, so it takes a really long time. It seems to take a whole lot longer fetching bales than waiting for the wrapper to show up and wrapping bales than it does to just chop another field of haylage. So I'm really trying to convince them to do that. Yeah. It gets old after a while trying to make 400 or 500 of these things and then feeding them. So I finished feeding baleage, just came back to the barn and pushed up feed and clean stalls. I also opened up the windows on the far side a little more. Starting to get a little warmer in here. So yeah, it took about 40 minutes to feed baleage. I ended up feeding 6 bales. I just pushed around or pushed up all the hay and then dumped some more in. So yeah, takes a little bit to feed baleage. Nothing happens too fast with that, it seems. It's also just the way we're set up. When we're hauling, a bale wagon only holds 8 bales on the bottom, 11 if you stack it full, and then a spear bale. So when we have 150 bales to wrap, or even 120, that's 10 loads. Each load takes half an hour. It takes 5 hours to haul them all home before we even start wrapping. And then it'll take around an hour and a half to wrap all that. So this seems to take a while. And then on top of that, still have to pay to wrap them all. So yeah, got quite the amount of barn cats in here. It's one of the fresh cows. Alright, it's night feeding time now. Got corn silage running in.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alright, feeding cows is done. Gonna finish off this chore time or chore day by moving close-up cows in. We got 4 heifers and 2 cows. So this 984 is one. She's due May 16. That one walking around back there, that's another cow. She's due May 16 as well. Or May 17. I was unsure when I wrote it. You can see how I wrote the number over the other one. 45 over here is one. May 21, when we preg checked her, she was due with a possibility of twins. And then the other ones are 49, 57, and 45. And I presume they're laying down back in there. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna move a couple over. Whoever comes, comes, and whoever I don't get, I'll bring over another day. There you go, I've gotten 4 so far. These are 3 of them. This one on the end here, she's number 57. This one's May 18. These are 3 heifers. This one's 45, she's May 21. And this one that's coming right along is the one that's due May 6. So there's 3 of them. Gonna get them put up on the pack and then they can eat again later. So, yeah. There you go, here's the next 2. One there and one there. Bringing them in. I ended up just leaving those 3 in there. They're pretty content eating grain. Keep going. There you go. So, both of those 2 are due May 17. And then the rest I already got put up in there. So, all done. There you go, I got all 6 of them to come in the pen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And where's the 6th one? Over here still? Yeah. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in this pen now. 12 cows due up to May 21. So 12 cows due in the next 30 days or a month. Yeah, it is the 22nd today, but I didn't want to overcrowd this pen too much. So, yeah. Should be some nice heifers coming along though, with those 4 there. So, anyway. Yeah, it also helps when there's more in here. There's less out here, so more of them can all come up and eat at once. There's always feed in front of them, but it seems like they all want to eat at the same time. So, yeah. This pen here is a little small for a heifer barn, but yeah. Remember asking a farmer once, said, "Why didn't you build bigger?" I said, "Well, it was big enough when I paid for it." So, there you go. But yeah, it's not that bad. You can see there's only 3 of them that can't eat right now. But there's feed in front of them all the time. No one ever goes hungry. It's just the way it goes, how they seem like they all want to eat at the same time or all want to lay down at the same time. But they also have the pasture outside to go in. I've got to do some work out there again soon to get it all set up and ready for them.